CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over what you need to do to survive 5 and then what we want to do going into 6 engine rooms. So, if you guys haven't already, appreciate it if you take a second, subscribe to the channel. Closing in on 40k, slowly but surely. And if you haven't already, I appreciate it if you throw that code CHICKEN in the shop. Went over the shop offers yesterday, but I wasn't playing that much today, so I haven't got around to buying them yet. Let's upgrade Mr. Wood Storage, and let's head on over to the Mystical Monument leaderboard, where the Chicken is currently number 5, and I guess that's just never going to change until new levels come to the Mystical Monument. So, here's where we're at, 21 and 9 stars, which puts us at 444 globally, which isn't the hottest, and 18th in Canada. We actually fell down quite a bit. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters right now is if we can stay in Diamond. So we have been able to collect every chest since, so that's what I've been doing. As you can see, we haven't played a lot today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. So we'll get into those matches in just a sec, but we're still running the same base as yesterday. It's holding up against Seekers, so there's no real reason to change it. The problem is now the Bomber players get more tech, Rocket Chopper players get more tech. HCRC is, definitely coming out. So, yeah, those attack strategies are getting stronger as we just sit here and collect tech. But the good news is getting to 6 should be a pretty good push point, and we can do that in 22, 100. We can do that in 2 chests. 2 chests. So, yeah, we got 1 chest coming up fairly soon. So that's good news. That's good news. I'm thinking 6 ER is going to be really good. So let's go over what you need at 5 first. Now, it depends on the troops that you're running. So I found that this season, trying to answer comments and stuff has been kind of tricky because people have said things like, should I go for Barrage, Shocks, or Building Health first? And the answer really is it depends. I mean, if you're using Seekers, then yeah, go for Barrage and Shock. If you're using Rocket Choppers, Barrage and Shock, which I guess you'd already have. But it just depends if you're playing offensively or defensively. And so far, the season defensively has been very weak. I was kind of betting on that paying off more so in the end game. But yeah, I think what we want here is the Building Health at 40%. That should help slow players down. I haven't invested any boosts yet because the boosts aren't really worth it until you need to backfill. They don't make that big of a difference, in my opinion, in the troops, unless you're playing like super early on in the season, and obviously towards the end we want to get them at some point. But yeah, so after 6, I think what makes sense is to go the top path, and there's multiple reasons for that. So the top path is actually the slower way. But Boom Mines, Troop Health, and Critter Launchers are going to be really beneficial. Heavies are going to be really nice, but we got to be very careful because these 2 engines, whichever one we open first, we get the opposite deck for the rest of the season. So say we open this engine here, we're going to have that deck for a little bit until we add the 8th engine. That's how these 8 ER decks are going to work. Now, with the 8th engine room, there is no health bonus on the engine rooms. You just simply get 1 more. So it's very important to make sure that you unlock the better the better deck last if you are going to unlock all the engines. Now, you could bypass that, go to 1, unlock all the other stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just 1 extra engine room. I believe it will help, and it will be beneficial to get all 8 of them. But I'll update you guys as we get closer to the end of the season, because I don't think right now anybody is at 7 ERs just yet. That would be quite a lot of tech to get. So, yeah, we got lots of decisions to make after that. Keep in mind, this is a 4-week season, so we still have 18 days left in the season. We still have a very long time to go, right? So it's important to, especially in this season, more so than other seasons, to make sure you take the right tech path. So that's what we're trying to do. I'm still running Tick 3 flares, which I guess we don't really need to do anymore because I'm not really using split hits as much. I didn't bother upgrading the mechs. They have pretty close to the same stats at level 1 as they do at max level, so that's the reason for that. Yeah, so let's go over some of the attacks. And first we'll go over Mona Legend. And this one was fairly straightforward. I think actually what I did here, I forget if I... Or no, I went left, and I barred out the back one, and then I delay dropped a boat of bombers for this side. So let's throw this out real quick. So I did have to double flare there, which was kind of annoying. Just because if I had let them run out, they would have gone to the sniper tower, which is not where I wanted them to go. I knew these bombers on the bottom would be fine because there was nothing in range there. And then from there, all we had to do is just flare one and then flare the other, barrage it, and boom. Super, super easy. And we'll see what he did against us. I don't know if he used... I see bullet. Yeah, this looks like a seeker hit. So we've been doing really well against seekers with this base, which is primarily the only reason why I'm running it. A lot of the guys get to the very end and then they can't quite finish. So that's been really good news for us. And let's take a look at the most recent one, 235. So this base was pretty similar to ours. He doesn't have any mines was the main difference. I don't really see any other differences. He probably doesn't have the multi-node. He had 50 building health, 50 DBD, so he's missing the one stat node. And he did a similar attack. Wait a second, this is my attack. What am I talking about? Yeah, because I remember crittering up the Nedrum. So anyways, this was my attack. The stats I was just talking about still remained the same. And yeah, it wasn't the greatest hit, honestly. I tried to use the bombers at the bottom, but they screwed up and they still went to that stupid sniper tower. So we'll take a look at his hit. And wait a second. Okay. Our bases are very similar. This is kind of... anyways, yeah, so he was missing the regular mines, which obviously we have. Yeah, so he used warriors, no mechs, and that gets tough. That gets tough because you've got no meat shield, and we've got our shock launchers so well protected that they are very difficult to shut down. So we speed this up a little bit here. So he's using Gavon smartly. He's using him, letting his warriors die, and then just, regenning them, throwing them back in, letting them clear mines. That's basically how I was doing it, but the thing is now the bases are a bit too dirty for this strategy to work. I mean, you can still clear with it, but it's pretty slow, and sometimes you get shock locked, and it can be annoying. So, I mean, obviously he still got through the base, but I think it would have been a lot easier for him if he had mechs. He wouldn't have had to waste so much time in that middle zone, so... yeah, things have been working. Still collecting for now. And hopefully those tips help you out, guys. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Let me know what you're making out. Write in the comments what rank you're at, just so we can get a good idea. And yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Catch you next one. Check it out. Backpack.